Okay, so Valkyr. I'm doing this also on a request, and yeah, she's pretty brain dead. Um, Realistically, you don't need to invest anything in survivability if you're willing to just keep abusing her ultimate for survival. Um, I thought I'd just spice it up a little bit by adding persistence. But I think if you want to play her like truly optimally, you basically just don't invest her survivability at all, and just survive off her passive. It's really easy to just bring her passive back um, in the time that you're vulnerable for, and yeah, it's very very strong. You don't need any prime to kill Fraxes. Obviously, if you can kill Fraxes, you can kill trash. Um, she's pretty silly. Um, but yeah, basically the only things that I added was persistence and gladiator mods. I was using persistence just to so we can survive for a little bit longer. Um, I added hunter recovery for every time my panzer does damage, I get health back for it, which is just another survival. Um, and then yeah, it was basically enough to live. Um, and yeah, she's super strong. I think the only issues that she has is that like sometimes using heavy attacks or like Tenakai attacks on Praxis will kind of break them, but it's like not too common that'll happen. Her energy economy is like pretty stable. Um, yeah. If you want to play her with like actual shield gate, you'll probably either have to use a subsume ability for shield gating or her one. But you'll need quite a bit of casting speed, and I think it's just like it's even more investment than using persistence because she just works with persistence pretty easily. But yeah, she's very strong. The free gladiator mods are so we can get tier 3 red crits. It really just boosts the damage up a little bit. Raw is so we don't need any priming for Fraxes. If you want, you can swap out Raw for like Gloom, and then just run like Epitaph for Fraxes or Compressor for probably like Compressors, but Compressor or Tissus, anything that has base Viral or base Corrosive, so you can get Corrosive, Viral, Magnetic, will be really good at um, at killing Fraxes with you. You basically just want to use your primaries for your primary and secondary for dexterity bots. Just put on primary and secondary dexterity, and you're good to go on combo duration. You can basically rotate the entire map without needing to hit someone. And since the attack speed is so high with Warcry, you can realistically just you can just like hit once before opening the first or second exo in the other side of the map, and you're gonna keep your combo. And even if you do lose it, it's gonna be super fast. Normally people would be running Eternal War, like the augment. I think it's called Eternal War anyway, but I don't really see a need for it. It's a mod slot, just so you have to cast a little bit less. I think her energy economy is completely fine to the point of where you just don't need to do that. And you don't really lose much time for having to cast. Yeah, I think she's pretty good. For the primary, I would recommend taking like anything that can clear anything that can clear acolytes easily, because sometimes violence will be annoying. You'll be taken out of your 4, which is not great, because realistically then you only have hunter recovery to survive. You can't just like clear for everything, and you don't have the lifesteal from your 4, so yeah, it's a bit awkward when that happens. So you preferably want to have like a strong acolyte clearer, so you can just get rid of the acolyte, go back into your full very quickly, and then just build up some HP through lifesteal whilst you're building up your combo again. Latron, Strun, yeah, any of those. They will suffer because you can't really run primary Frostbite or like primary Blight on them if you're running primary and secondary dexterity, but it's not too bad. They're both AoE explosive weapons, so they don't need too much buffing to be able to kill acolytes, and on top of that you have raw, so it's not going to be too hard as long as you just stay far away enough. So yeah, it's really the only difficulty. The other acolytes just get one shot by your by your exalted, so it's not too difficult. Yeah, she would work perfectly fine with Triumbral, like just using Vitality, Intensify, and Fiber from the Umbra line. It's just I don't have Umbra Formers to invest. I think it would be slightly better though, that's for sure. But yeah, if you want to have like maximum investment, I'd recommend going for Triumbral. This is a decent alternative if you don't have the investment, because Umbra Formers are like so rare, and I just don't play Valkyr enough to justify it. But I think if you're a die-hard Valkyr main, it might be something you're interested in. But yeah, she's really quite strong and kind of one of the easiest solos I've made. Like, I really had no difficulty playing her. At the end, I only died because I just bugged out. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't melee, I couldn't shoot, I couldn't do anything. So that was just unlucky, basically. If you really want to max out her survivability, you can Cascade, because she's not when she's an operator, she is vulnerable, but it's like not that difficult. Like, she has so many ways of surviving that it's not something I'd spec into too highly. And if you want to play her, like, generally, like, I guess the most optimal way, I would just rely on her passive to survive. In squads, it'll probably be a little bit different. Like, you probably won't be able to use your passive all the time to survive. But in solos, when you're just constantly sitting at 300% melee damage, there's nothing stopping you from just surviving with that. So, yeah. I hope you enjoy the builds. I hope you enjoy the gameplay. And I've got a Chroma video coming next. After that, no promises, but it could be the solo camp guide that I've been promising for forever. I'm feeling slightly better today, so hopefully it is possible soon, but we'll see further on in the Chroma video. Thank you very much, guys.
Just lost an Exolizer to possession. Get it back. Keep any roaming thrax away from that Exolizer until it discharges. That'll make this Cascade in the blood. Just lost an Exolizer to possession. Get it back. Spent Exolizer has been retired. Exolizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. Exolizer spent. We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups. We just lost an Exalizer to possession. Get it back. Any nearby attackers will degrade the Exalizer's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam. Exalizer has been retired. Cascade intensifying. Ah, the void has manifested something other than a nightmare. Suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. Now the Exalizer's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down. Exalizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. We're down an Exalizer. Working on backups. Exalizer spent. We're down an Exalizer. Working on backups. Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. Exalizer has been retired. Your enemy's folly is your game. Exalizer spent. Spent Exalizer has been retired. Cascade intensifying. an Exalizer. Working on backups. We just lost an Exalizer to possession. Get it back. Any nearby attackers will degrade the Exalizer's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam. Exalizer spent. This discovery might interest you. We just lost an Exalizer to possession. Get it back. Keep those manifestations away from the Exalizers. Contamination spreading. Exalizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
You are a blade. You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.